It's week 11 of the NFL. The playoff picture's taking shape, the injuries are piling up, and the margins are getting tighter by the week. The lines are sharp, the stakes are high, and it's time, once again, to shuffle those bets. And we start, as always, with the 60. Our lucky 15, built around 4 games and 8 of the smartest lines on the Week 11 slate. Game 1, Kansas City Chiefs at the Denver Broncos. We kick off the 60 in the AFC West, where the Chiefs head to Denver in a matchup that always brings fireworks. Kansas City need a statement performance, and the numbers point us towards 2 of their most reliable yardage paths. Pick 1, Patrick Mahomes over 26.5 rushing yards. Mahomes has been using his legs more in big spots this season, and Denver's man-heavy coverage creates easy scramble lanes. He's cleared this number in multiple pressure games already, and divisional opponents tend to bring out the runner in him. Pick 2, Travis Kelce over 43.5 receiving yards. Kelce remains the heartbeat of the passing game, and even in a quieter stretch, he leads the team in third down targets. Denver's linebackers have struggled against athletic tight ends, and Kelce has topped this yardage in 6 of his last 8 meetings with the Broncos. The double pays 5-2. This is where Mahomes and the Chiefs start to turn up the heat as they chase down the AFC West leaders. Game 2, Detroit Lions at the Philadelphia Eagles. Detroit's offense has rediscovered its rhythm, clearing 40 points in Washington last week, and this matchup sets up perfectly for 2 of their most dynamic playmakers. Pick 1, Jameson Williams over 48.5 receiving yards. Dan Campbell took control of the playbook last week and, in his own words, unleashed Jameson Williams. He was positively glowing about the wideout post-game, and we should see more and more of Williams as we head toward the business end of the season. Philadelphia's secondary has been vulnerable to speed all year, and with Williams' deep threat ability, 1 or 2 clean shots could clear this line on their own. Pick 2, Jahmyr Gibbs over 60.5 rushing yards. Gibbs has exploded since the bye, sharper cuts, more early down volume, and a clear confidence boost from the coaching staff. The Eagles rank near the bottom in yards allowed after contact, and Gibbs' acceleration gives him a real edge against this front. The double pays 5-2. The Lions put up 40 last week, and if that tempo carries into Philly, both Williams and Gibbs are set for another big afternoon. Game 3, the Chicago Bears at the Minnesota Vikings. We head to Minnesota for a matchup loaded with 2 of the league's most mobile young quarterbacks. Both offenses have leaned heavily on design runs and scramble plays in recent weeks, and the rushing lines for each quarterback look a touch light. Pick 1, JJ McCarthy over 21.5 rushing yards. McCarthy has quickly become one of the Vikings' most effective chain movers on the ground. His willingness to pull the ball in RPO looks, combined with Chicago's aggressive pass rush, creates open lanes for scramble yards. He's cleared this number in multiple starts already. Pick 2, Caleb Williams over 24.5 rushing yards. Caleb has been leaning on his legs more as the season's gone on, especially when plays break down. Minnesota disguise pressure well, forcing quarterbacks into escape mode early, and Williams has the burst to take advantage. The double pays 5-2, 2 dynamic young quarterbacks, 2 soft rushing lines, and a game script that should keep both on the move all afternoon. Game 4, the Houston Texans at the Tennessee Titans. We close out the 60 in the AFC South, where the Texans travel to Tennessee in a matchup that offers sneaky yardage value on both sides. Houston play fast, Tennessee play physical, and these 2 numbers look a touch low. Pick 1, Tony Pollard over 36.5 rushing yards. Pollard has settled into a steady early down role, and the Titans have quietly slipped into the bottom tier of run defenses over the past month. With Houston's offense stretching the field, Pollard should find lighter boxes, and even moderate volume should push him past this total. Pick 2, Jaden Higgins over 18.5 receiving yards. Higgins has become one of the underrated assets in this Texans passing game, regularly picking up chunk plays of play action. Tennessee's secondary gives up soft zone yardage, and Higgins' route usage makes him a strong candidate to clear this number on just 2 or 3 catches. The double pays 13-5, 2 modest lines, 2 reliable paths, and a game script that should keep both players involved throughout. Now this is a bonus builder. It's optional boost picks. If you want to supersize the 60 this week, you can bolt on an extra points line to each game. One optional leg per matchup that turns the lucky 15 into a monster builder. And here they are. Game 1, Texans at Titans over 31.5 total points. In Game 2, Bears at Vikings over 37.5 total points. In Game 3, Chiefs at Broncos, the Chiefs over 19.5 points. And in Game 4, the Lions at the Eagles over 16.5 points for the Philadelphia Eagles. Adding these 4 bonus selections boosts the overall return from 157-1 to 281-1, but with that comes added risk. Stick to the core lucky 15 if you want the steady play, or chase the moonshot version if you fancy the big one. I don't know why I did this, that's basketball. For week 11, the 30 is all about touchdown value. 3 anytime touchdown scorers in strong matchups built into a Trixie that still pays if one misses. Saquon Barkley, Lions at Eagles. Barkley's been the heartbeat of this offense for the last 2 years. The Lions have allowed just 7 rushing touchdowns this season, but Barkley is a dual threat scorer, and at even money, this is the biggest price we've seen on him since 2023. Rashee Rice, Chiefs at Broncos. Mahomes' go-to red zone option, scoring in every appearance so far. Denver still give up explosive plays, and Rice's usage keeps him right in the mix. Drake London, Panthers at Falcons. 4 touchdowns in his last 2, over 100 yards in each. Back in the dome with a matchup advantage against Carolina's corners, we like him to keep the streak alive. And that wraps up the 30 anytime touchdown Trixie. 3 in-form scorers with red zone pedigree. Now, on to the 10, where we chase the big one. This week's 10 goes back to our favourite high-risk, high-reward special. 5 quarterbacks, all to throw 2 passing touchdowns. And this week, they are Joe Flacco, Michael Penix Jr., Josh Allen, Sam Darnold, and Lamar Jackson. All 5 for 2 touchdown passes pays around 23-1. That's the 10 long shot for week 11. 5 arms, 10 touchdowns, 1 big payout waiting to happen. The survivor pick. Last week, the Chargers did the job, beating the Steelers comfortably and moving our survivor stake up to £19.09. This week, all of that rolls on to the Atlanta Falcons, minus 3.5 at 10-11 at home to the Carolina Panthers. The Falcons were beaten in Berlin last week, but back at home, in the Dome, this line still feels light. They play faster indoors, and Carolina's defense continues to give up big chunks on the ground. Our survivor play this week lands on the Falcons at home to Carolina, back in the Dome, and looking to extend the run to 2 straight wins. That's week 11 of Bet Shuffle in the books, the 60, the 30 and the 10, and another survivor pick locked and loaded. If you're following along, good luck this weekend. And as always, bet smart, stay disciplined, and let's shuffle those bets. Good luck.